Arby, say hi. Hello. Excuse me. Hey peeps, what's up? It's Josh. The sunburn. In fact, all of the sunburn has occurred on my face. The pug's cozy, though, so that's what matters. I went sailing. I learned how to swim, and then I went sailing. More on that later. Today's just supposed to be a note from the universe. Happy St. Patty's Day. I'm not wearing green because I haven't showered yet, so that's why I don't have green on yet. I'm getting ready to go shower, and my lovely girlfriend, Miss Maggie, has asked me to make a video. Now on Facebook, she jokingly said, make a video about how much I love her. She's not joking. She loves it when I do that. And I do love her, but that video is going to come tomorrow. There are many things to look forward to in life. I guess my videos could be one of them, but I don't know. Anyway, so for the note from the universe from the calendar that Maggie got me, oh, that feels good. It's cold. The rings are cold. For today, March 17th, it says, bees can fly 12 miles without getting lost. Albatrosses, 25,000 miles. And flying insects, without eyes, have no trouble whatsoever finding their soulmates. Imagine what I can do for you when you listen to the voice within. The universe. Voice, not voices. This spoke to me because not to be a martyr or to be a victim or whatever, but I've been hurt a lot in life. And so trusting is no longer easy for me. I don't know why that is, it just is. But I feel like it's a muscle. And like many other things, like escaping addiction, and growing and being healthy, and many other worthwhile pursuits, practicing the art of trust is worthwhile. It's worth the pain. It's worth the discomfort. And I think that we do that with everyone that we trust. With everyone, not trust was the wrong word. I feel like we practice that with everyone that we bring into our life, let alone our soulmate, because Maggie and I have lived together for like a month and a half now. And just a little over a month and a half, actually. And it's been rough at times because we are the closest to each other. So, she's the person that I don't have to be careful around, or that I shouldn't be careful around, even though I am at times, because trusting enough to be my full self is not something that comes naturally for me. Trusting in the universe to provide for me is not something that's easy. Trusting in general, it's kind of like when Maggie was teaching me how to swim. I had to trust that the water would hold me, because I didn't know how to get down, like how to get my legs down. And she was like, you don't have to get them down right now, you just have to trust that the water is going to hold you. And I was like, yeah, I'm not so good at trusting, even water. So I guess that's what this, and these notes will speak to you differently than they'll speak to me, which is why I love when you guys leave comments about how you feel or what you think, because it was a very, very big leap. And granted, some of you will say, you made a leap like that before though, Josh. But even back when I moved to Michigan, I wasn't Josh. So this is the scariest my life has ever been. Check the time real quick. Oh, okay, I'm doing good. Earlier, when I was outside taking the laundry over to our laundry building, or actually I was going to switch it from the washer to the dryer, and I met one of my neighbors, and her dog, she has a service dog, a certified therapy dog, which I did not initially approach, because I didn't, once I saw it was a certified animal therapy dog, you kind of stay away because they're working. And that's the respectful thing to do. And I saw her when I was taking the laundry over to the washer, and then when I saw her again, I was kind of like smiling, and I was prepared to walk by and ignore, but her name's Cher, and she came up to me, and I was like, oh wow, she's so pretty, and I was like, is it okay? Because she was approaching me, but I still wanted to do what the owner wanted. And the owner's name is Carol. And so I got to meet Cher, and I asked like what her name was, and her little Chihuahua sister. Cher looked like a Rottweiler or a Doberman Pinscher mix. Because she was that black and brown, but she was like lean, like not boxy like a Rottie. So maybe Pinscher? I'm not sure. But she was definitely mixed with something. Had those long floppy ears. Maybe she was Doberman Pinscher actually. Anyway. And Carol was like, what's your name? And I hesitated only for a second because on the lease I have to be Angie because that's my legal name. I'm working on changing that, but that's another video. Or I'm going to be working on changing that very soon, but again, another video. Because I'm recording this on my phone and I only have 10 minutes. So we all know I can get a little wordy. And I had that my heart skipped a beat for a second, and I was like, Josh. She was like, Josh? Oh, okay, Josh. And like she didn't say anything, but I know that she recognized that I'm physically female, but I gave her a male name. Checking the time. And I know that that's weird, but in that moment, and I know you're like, how does this apply? It does, because in that moment, I could have chosen to go back to Angie and be safe, or I could have been brave. And in my opinion, giving her my real name, Josh, was being brave because it was scary for me. And I don't know that if you're not trans that you'll understand it, but I'm sure that you could if you've ever had that moment of hesitation, even with a stranger, and stepped through the discomfort and trusted, even for a moment. Maybe not, I wasn't trusting that stranger per se, but I kind of was. I was trusting the universe that being my authentic self would be okay. And for me, trust in every way that trust can be scary, it is for me. And I struggle with it. And again, it's not like a sob story, but for me, listening to the universe, listening to that voice inside me that tells me things, it's hard because two-pronged difficulty. One, trust is just difficult for me. And two, I've been hurt a lot, so my voice doesn't always, I feel like I can't always trust my inner voice because I've been hurt. But having said that, the flip side is, if you go through something difficult, arguably, maybe you were meant to go through that so that you could grow and become who you're meant to be. And that's the part, the balancing act, that is quite difficult. But, checking the time. Okay, we have like a minute and a half. But this spoke to me because the other day when I was in the pool with Maggie and she was teaching me how to swim, that day I learned how to swim. I conquered a lifelong phobia of water. I mean, I have water nightmares where I wake up like thinking I'm dying. And I also have a bee phobia that is less deadly because I'm not allergic, but just as frightening. And when I was over at the pool, there was a bee in the water, and so I flipped him, like I didn't touch him, but I splashed him up onto the deck and kind of blew on him until he rolled over and he was on his feet so he could actually have a chance of surviving. And I can't help but understand the fact that this is the healthiest, never mind my weight, this is the healthiest that I've ever been and the bravest that I've ever been, because I've never been this much of myself. And I've never been this willing to step into the discomfort. So listen to that little voice, because that little voice guided me here to Maggie, and it's been wonderful. Got 10 seconds. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm sending you all of the love and I hope that you're good and happy and safe.